Once again, I welcome you guys to the Make IT Simple YouTube channel. This video is continuation to my previous video, which is learning about Python. If you didn't go through my previous video, just go through it and come back to this video. I have given the video link in the description section. In this video, I'm going to explain about functions in Python. Let's get into the demo. And by the way, this is a solution from my last video, that is the emoji converter. So far, we have been writing our code directly in a single file. But as our program goes, we need a better way to organize our code. We need to break our code into smaller and more manageable and maintainable pieces, which we call as functions. So function is just like a container for few lines of code that perform a specific task. For example, you have heard about few of the built-in functions in Python like input and print. See here, we have the print and input functions over here. And each of these functions will have its own purpose. They know how to perform a specific task. So when we build a large complex program, we should break our code into smaller reusable chunks, which we call as functions, to better organize our code. And that's I'm going to show in this video. So let's write a simple program in this file function.py, like for a greet message. For example, what I'm doing is like just typing print, here print, hi there. And in the next line, again one more time print, good morning. That's it. And here we have a simple program only with these two lines of code, like hi there and good morning. Now let's say these two lines need to be used in other places. So what we do is like we need to put them in function that we can reuse. Let me show you like how to do that. Let me start by typing def. Def is a reserved keyword in Python and it's short form for define. So whenever this Python interpreter sees this line means it knows that we are defining a function. Next, we need to define our function name. So the name of the function name should be in the lowercase characters, and if you are defining multiple words means you need to separate it using the underscore, and always the name should be meaningful and descriptive name. So what I'm doing is like I'm just naming with greet underscore user and followed by semicolon or colon. Okay, so whenever we are adding the colon, right, we are telling to Python that we are going to define a block of code. So when I press the enter, the next line is automatically indented. Now any code we write here will belong to this function. Now what I'm doing is like I'm just need to move this to print line to the function. So here I'm just moving it over here, and that's it. So these two lines are part of this function, and whenever I call this function, these two lines will get executed. Let's see how to call this function. I'm just moving this here, just give one more print for start, that's it, and I'm just calling the function greet user and then print end. And now there's a little warning over here if you see it over here and in the underline, right? So if I mouse over here, this tooltip will tell you the error, like this is coming from the pip8, which is a document that defines the best practices for formatting our code. It says like after the function definition, it is expecting two lines, two blank lines. So what I'm doing is like I'm just giving one more blank line, that's it. And now what I'm doing is like I'm just trying to run this piece of code, and I will explain you the flow of program. See here it is printing start, hi there, good morning, and end. Let me explain the flow of program. When Python runs this code, it doesn't actually run this it actually doesn't actually print these two lines or two messages on the terminal, because these lines of code are inside this function. So they would get only executed if we call this function. If we don't call this function means these lines won't get executed. So the execution of program actually starts over here, like the print of start. After that, Python sees that we are calling the greet function, like greet user function will be calling. So it will jump over here and print these two lines. Then this will jump out of the function and it will continue the normal execution of program, and it will print the end message. So this is how the function works. And also here what you have to note down here is like the order is matters, order of the code is matters. We have the function, we have called the function after we have defined it, right? Suppose if you are trying to call this function before defining means you will see an error. See, let's see an example. Before that, I'm just calling this greet user. Greet underscore user means it will throw in error. See here it says like it is not defined. So the order of this code also matters. We need to call the function only after it's defined. So in this video I have explained about what is function, what is the function purpose, why you have to go for the function, and how to define a function and how to call the function. If you have any doubts on implementing this, just add in the comment section. I'll be very happy to help you guys. Thanks for watching my video.